Hello, Dante Leon here. Tales of the Alkhalm Forest, Volume 4, releases November 13th. I'm going to read a section from Hiroto Takahashi. Hiroto Takahashi, year 1472. An ambience of grayish hues and light blues crept through the window as Hiroto Takahashi wiped the sleep away from his eyes. The night had been particularly restless, though he knew not why. An unsettling anxiety had burrowed its way under his skin, inching along with no clear indication of its intentions. It was as if a black cloud had settled on his head the day before, and he could not be rid of it. Normally, Hiroto was resigned to greet the day with welcoming arms, but this time he dreaded getting out of bed. He knew another full day of fishing, transporting the haul, and selling it at the market awaited him, and he knew not if he had the energy. Hiroto needed coin to support his family, and this was the only way he knew how, the only way he had been raised to be. For Hiroto, it was all a part of the process that he had been participating in since he was a child. His father had taught him the art of fishing and successfully selling his catches at the market. Hiroto became quite skilled at the profession, gathering hauls that made some of the elder men chatter when he arrived with his nets. Eventually, the routine of it started to turn dull, and Hiroto became bored. His father passed away, and he was left with no one but himself, the fish of Loch Leviathan, and the villagers of Willow. Hiroto rolled over and gazed at his wife, Kasumi, who he deemed the most beautiful woman to ever exist, her long black hair wrapped loosely around her light-skinned face, giving her pleasant features prominence while she slumbered away. The thin lines that etched her eyes, nose, and lips seemed to be almost handcrafted by the three gods themselves. His love for her began at the market on a chilly day many years ago. The villagers of Willow scuttled about on their daily errands while the fishermen brought in their morning catches to sell. Voices buzzed loudly as the scent of fish invaded the senses more aggressively than usual. Children ran and played between people and booths, causing some to shout while shaking fists angrily in the air. Elder women slowly strolled along the aisle searching for whatever fish or herbs they would need, but the elder men would sit back, observe, and joke amongst themselves while they people watched. Kasumi was a spectacle that blew in like a mighty hurricane and uprooted his entire being. She was browsing booths with a friend dressed in a fine tunic of yellow. She stopped at his station and examined each fish he had on offer. Her long hair whipped from a strong breeze when she finally locked eyes with him. He knew then that she was special. He gave her 3 large catfish, free of charge, and watched as she hopped away merrily. To his delight, she visited him the next day, the day after, and for weeks to follow. They had their first date on the loch as he tried to teach her to fish. The only catch Kasumi made was Hiroto. The two embraced each other in a hug that led to kisses, and from then on, they were inseparable. That is a snippet of Hiroto Takahashi in Tales of the Alkhalm Forest, Volume 4, releasing November 13th. Buy you a copy to find out more. Have a great day. Hasta luego.